Hey y'all, it's Cameron the K coming to you guys with a new legal tea series video. So today's legal tea topic is all about time management. For me, this is a very important part of my life because I'm juggling a lot of things. There's a lot on my plate. I wear a lot of different hats and all things of that nature. So it's really important for me to kind of balance everything and make sure I'm putting enough time into each and every category and I'm not stretching myself too thin. So that's why time management is so important to me. So I will want to give myself a quick little shout out. I have started a new Instagram account specifically just for my law school related topics, tips, tricks, test anxiety, all of that. My main thing for that Instagram account, which is Legal Tea by Cameron, is to help people get to law and succeed through law. That's like my main thing. I believe that's my quote. It's on the Instagram account. Definitely make sure you follow me there and give me feedback on that account once you follow me. I really appreciate it. So, without further ado, let's get into this legal tea. Okay, you guys, so time management can be a very scary thing when you really think about it. It seems impossible and it seems like this thing that you can never really actually manage, but I promise you guys, you can, and you do not have to go OCD with it and plan every single hour, every single minute. It is important. Their time wasted is money wasted, okay? But you have to make sure that you're productively using your time. So people that are like, oh, I'm busy, I'm so busy, which I myself say that, and I am busy. However, I'm making sure that I'm productive with my time. It's a productive busy, not just running around like a chicken with your head cut off, even though that's my life sometimes. So I am going to be looking at my notes. I picked just 3 topics. I was trying to narrow it down because it's either like 3 big topics or like 20 subtopics. So my first tip is plan ahead, meaning use what works for you, daily and weekly to-do list. So for me, I love a month overview. So when I get my planner, which I have right here, my 2019 planner, I got from HomeGoods. If I can find a link or something similar, I will leave it down below. I love HomeGoods planners as well as Target, but I love HomeGoods planners because they're super affordable, super cute, and I'm just going to show you guys a glimpse of the inside. So it opens up like this, and then it has like your month markers on there. I really like that. Then each month has like a cute saying. I love this. It's cute. It's not too much. I don't like really complicated planners, but I love that this gives you like a breakdown of the month, and this is the first thing I use in the month. And you can put like your goals, your monthly to-do list, like your overall to-do list, any birthdays, reminders, important dates, etc. And then each day, I'm just skipping to June, but each day it has a quote at the top. I hope you guys can see this. And then also like a breakdown of each day, so you can put in specific notes. So the first thing I do is fill in the monthly portion of my planner, and it helps me get a overall broad view of what my month is going to look like. I put in important dates that are hard dates that I know will not change, and I still, pro tip, I use a pencil when marking in everything unless I know it's a fact not going to change, because I hate having to scribble stuff even though I still have to. But I just prefer to use a pencil when marking things in until they're set in stone. So I do that over my monthly broad to-do list. And then every week on Sunday I fill in that week's. So I go into more detail with specific days and specific times if need be, with like classwork, homework, YouTube uploads that I need to submit to companies and things of that nature. I make sure to put that in on Sundays or weekly. So I have a monthly to do, weekly to do, and then the day of. So like today's Monday, I write a Monday to-do list, and it's a practical to-do list. A lot of times I know people are like, there's no way I can plan because I overwhelm myself. I put like 20 things on a to-do list. I only do 4 of them, and I'm like, I can't get anything done. So I make sure not to go over. I put usually 7 to 10, and I know it sounds like a lot, but I just have a lot going on. And some of the things could be little small things, like go to the gym. Sometimes I have to write that down, so I get the pleasing thing of marking it off. Does anybody feel that? Like they just love like marking that off. I have to think of things that's going to keep me motivated and keep me inspired to continue to finish up my to-do list, and things like that help me. So you have to find like what works best for you. Okay, so the second tip is make necessary sacrifices, meaning prioritize, say no when needed, and communicate. So this one is also very important because there's a lot of times, especially when you're building a brand, building a business, in law school, trying to be a great girlfriend, trying to be a great daughter, trying to be a great friend, trying to be a great family member, trying all these different things, that you can definitely feel overwhelmed, but you also feel, I don't know about about you guys, but I also feel obligated to say yes a lot of times, especially if it's like to my best friend or to my mom or my boyfriend. But lately I've been realizing that if I say yes to one thing, that's no to something else, and that no to something else might have been the thing that I really needed to do. So although I want to say yes to my boyfriend when he asked me to do this, although I want to say yes to my mom and to my best friend, and even an organization that I really am passionate about, if I know I cannot fulfill that job duty or responsibility to my fullest potential, or I know that I'm just not going to have time because I have a prior obligation, I'm just gonna say no. It's hard. I wouldn't say I'm a yes man or yes woman, but I definitely want to say yes sometimes, especially when I feel like I can get it done. But my boyfriend actually told me something so important, and I was like, noted. Just because you can get it done doesn't mean you should do it. So I know I can finish things and I can accomplish it and I can get it done. It's gonna be well, but that doesn't mean that I need to add that to my list as well, because I'm already busy, okay? So when it comes to time management, making a priority list, that's why even when you're doing your to-do list and planning for the month, for the week, for the day, I put the things that must get done, like assignments that are due, like I have to turn that in, you know? Reading that I have to do when I'm on call, like I must do that. I put that at the top of the list. So I know the top things must get done, and sometimes I even write them in a red pen because I know like red is like urgent, sis, you got to do this. And yes, there may be times where there's things that you have to say yes to that you probably otherwise wouldn't, but you have to say yes to that outside of your business and school and things of that nature. Still do it. Just be able to realize that when you're saying that yes, it's a no to something else, and vice versa. So just make sure you're planning ahead, and that really does help trickle down into the other tips that I'm going to give you. If you plan well, usually everything else kind of flows together. But if you keep saying yes, it's going to be impossible. You're going to feel overwhelmed, and you're going to be like, you know what, I really shouldn't have said yes. Trust your gut. There's a lot of times where my gut was like, sis, you know, you can't get that done. But then I'll say yes, and then I'm running around. I'm just not doing my full potential. I truly believe, which I gotta get better at this, but I truly believe if you're juggling a few things, like say 5 things, that still sounds like a lot, but say you're juggling 5 things, you're going to do a lot better on each of those 5 things than if you're juggling 10. So that's just the reality of it. You can't do everything, okay? Learn how to delegate. I'm working on that too. Get an intern, or do what you need to do when it comes to juggling school, business, and building a brand, if that's what you're doing. Oh, I want to add to that, communicate. So a lot of times you may know how stressed and how busy and how productive and your list of to-do things that you must get done, but others might not know that. So simply communicating with them like, hey, best friend, I can't talk on FaceTime right now. I'm literally swamped with work, or I'm trying to get this done, or give me 3 more hours and I can finish this. It's all about communicating, especially with the people around you, so they can understand. Because if they're not, one, in law school, that's a huge thing. Trying to explain to people that aren't in law school, like when you're still studying in the library, when you need to get things done, it can be very difficult and frustrating, and it can definitely put a strain on relationships. So just make sure you're communicating as much as you can and being honest with yourself. There's times where I'm like, oh, it's just gonna take me another hour, but in reality, it's going to take me 3 hours. So just be honest with yourself and be honest with the people around you and communicate. So that should definitely help with prioritizing and being realistic about your to-do list. So the third tip is be flexible, and this kind of goes into planning as well as making the necessary sacrifices, which are the 2 things we just spoke about. So when it comes to being flexible, I put be realistic, things don't always go as planned, and that's okay. Let me repeat that. Things do not always go as planned, okay? And that's okay. For me, I know that's hard because sometimes I will plan to the T, okay? I will be like, at 3 p.m. I'm doing this for 2 hours, estimate, you know, which is fine. And then I'm like, by 5 o'clock, I'm gonna be doing X, Y, Z. 5 o'clock rolls around, I'm still on task, 3 p.m. It's okay, it's okay. Things aren't gonna go as planned. Or for instance, maybe I'm in the middle of finishing something up and I get a call that I have to take. That was not planned, but I have to take that call, and it takes an hour. That, of course, is going to push things back and switch up your schedule a little bit, but that's why you have to be flexible. You know, be able to adapt in different environments. So say, my plan today was going to be do some content creating outside. I was going to go outside and take some nice photos for y'all for the gram, but it decided to rain. I did check the weather beforehand, and sometimes the weather app, the weather people, the weatherman, the weather woman is incorrect. So, you know, you just have to be able to adapt. So instead of doing that, I decided to record a few videos, maybe take some content photos on the inside of my apartment without going outside in the rain because we ain't got time for that. So yeah, it's okay to switch up your schedule a little bit, make the necessary changes, necessary sacrifices, and be flexible about everything that you're doing. So yeah guys, that's pretty much it. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to thumbs up this video if you enjoyed, and leave me some comments down below. What other legal tea series videos would you guys like to see? And do you like the sit down style videos? I kind of want these to be like focused on the content rather than like me. But definitely leave me some comments down below and give me some feedback on what you guys want to see with these series videos. Also, if you want anything that I'm wearing, it's all going to be linked down below, either something similar or the exact same item. And this hair, for people that would like to know, because I mean my channel is hair too, beauty channel as well. So this wig is sensational in the style Tiara. I just did an affordable wig series video on this wig, so definitely check that out. I really like her. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you have not already, and share this video with your family and friends, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Love you guys. Later.